If you didn't know, St. Moritz is called the top of the world. Now I am here. So we are going to St. Moritz. I was invited as a photographer. I have a media pass and I'm super happy. This is my second time that I'm going to snow polo event and I'm super happy. I like it even more than the ice. I will go also there. But let's talk about snow polo event and especially about the gears that I took with me. The first one, and it's my everyday camera that I use a lot at work, Sony A7C with lens 2.8 70-200. Day-to-day camera, and I use it everywhere, every day, almost in all situations. I will take a lot of pictures of courses and of tournaments with this camera. The second gear that I took is my small DJI vlog camera. I film a lot with this camera, but I've never posted anything. This year in 2026 I decided that I will start my YouTube channel. Look how cute is this. And you have two formats of videos for Reels, for example, and for YouTube vlogs. So with this one, with my assistant, we will film vlogs behind the scenes, people, atmosphere, and all the rest. But the most important and most interesting thing that I have with me is this camera. This year started super great because I started collaborating with Fujifilm Italy. And I'm super happy about it. And the first camera we decided to start with is this one. This is Fujifilm GFX100RF. And this is medium format camera. You will get a picture with more depth, with more information inside this picture. When I was looking at some reviews on YouTube, at some pictures on Instagram, everywhere, I was impressed. So I decided also to stick with this one. This will be challenging for me because I have never worked before with medium format. I'm super interested and super excited about this one. We stopped just to film this. It was impossible to film while we were moving. Only 2 hours and a half from Milan to St. Moritz. I recommend going to Switzerland if you have some free time on your weekend. See you soon when we enter the frozen lake. Okay, now we have time to talk a little bit about St. Moritz and why it's often called the top of the world. This is one of the oldest luxury winter resorts. People have been coming here for winter holidays for more than 100 years, but not only for winter. It's cool also in summer. St. Moritz is also one of the few places that hosted the Winter Olympic, can you imagine? Twice. So here you can meet royalty, celebrities, super famous people, super rich people, and in general you feel luxury at every step. I would even say that here it feels like problems don't exist. And I think many people come here exactly because of that, like some kind of paradise corner on earth. And me, I feel absolutely normal in this atmosphere because maybe I'm not that interested in these celebrities with luxury life, but more in just watching how people live and what they do. It doesn't matter who these people are. I just like observing what is happening around. But of course, I was very interested to learn more about snow polo. This is already my second time coming here for it, and there's a very interesting crowd gathering there. And the event itself is really impressive, very beautiful and very elegant. Let's go, I'll show you now. So finally I have a little break and I will tell you now a bit about this event. So basically it's called snow polo and it's like a regular polo but played on ice. By the way, now I am on the frozen lake, like standing literally on the frozen lake. The thing that you see here is all frozen lake. It takes place in January, in the end of January. Tickets cost around 170 euros if I'm not mistaken, because I got my media pass. I also have a media tent where you can eat and drink also for free. I'm filming here the atmosphere, the event, the people. By the way, a little bit about street style. If you want to see the real luxury, please come to St. Moritz, and especially at Snow Polo event, because this is a real luxury. You see a lot of fur coats here, a lot of luxurious outfits. It's a perfect place to do a lot of content and to take beautiful pictures. By the way, about the pictures, let me finally show you what I managed to shoot during these 4 hours. First, let's look at the photos taken on my Sony with the A7C lens. While shooting tournaments, I used a lot of motion blur, so I set a slower shutter speed and move with the object. To tell the truth, I really like the result, but of course you need to try many times. Shooting horses is actually very cool. I'm in love with this sport. I don't understand it that much. I don't follow the game, but I follow the movement, the players, the horses. It's super beautiful. And for me personally, this is very unusual content. And maybe I don't do it the way professional sports photographers do at Snow Polo, but that was not really my goal, right? As I told you before, I started collaborating with Fujifilm Italy, so now I will show you the pictures that I took with the new camera, medium format camera, so don't judge me because it was my first time. I'm not working with Fujifilm for the first time, but this is my first medium format camera. First of all, the photos are very heavy in size, so be ready with the very big SD cards. Also, it's slower than my usual working camera, so here I really had to think before taking a photo and catch the decisive moment, like Henri Cartier-Bresson said. It's a pity I didn't have that much time there, but overall I'm happy with the photos. Of course, I really like the built-in Fujifilm film effect, but on top of that I also play with color in Lightroom. Write me in the comments how you like the photos. The lens is not removable, but there is a digital zoom, and you can also experiment with different photo formats. It gives a lot of space for creativity. I loved it. There is still a lot of work to do. I need to get used to it and adjust the camera for myself, but I would say that for traveling this camera is amazing. Maybe if you are a photographer, it's also convenient for you to apply for a media pass, and maybe you will be lucky. Of course, I also shot some street style there, and I already made a few posts. If you are interested, check my Instagram. And in general, I've been doing street style for more than 12 years, so here I don't really experiment. I just photograph people that I find interesting, and in general, I'm always curious how people dress. So yes, check my Instagram. I've been shooting today almost for 4 hours. Now I'm a little bit tired, and I come back to Milan in 1 hour, I guess, and that's it. Okay, see you soon. This was my first vlog from St. Moritz. This is the road back to Milan, and it's so foggy, you can't even imagine.